The holiday season is alive and well. And I don't mean just Christmas. I mean all the holidays that we are celebrating from October to January. And since it is 2020 and 2020 things this year are very different, we won't be having the standard holiday parties and celebrations. You may or may not be back in the office. Your organization may or may not be thriving right now. And while things are different, we still need the traditions that remind us of days gone by and why we do what we do. So, office traditions for the holidays are something that people value about the company they work for. Last week, we did the top 10 things on what you love about your company. And the acknowledgement, the appreciation, and tradition is part of what we all need and like from our companies. So, top 10 tips this week on office holiday celebrations. And our first tip comes from Kathy Fogel from Kitchener, Ontario, and Kalinda Dubois from Ottawa, Ontario. Kathy's office is sending everyone gingerbread house kits, and they're having a competition for the best one. Kalinda's boss sent everyone a log cabin kit, which of course is similar to a gingerbread house, and has asked them to build it with their family and to send in a picture. So not only is it just a really fun activity to do that, but they're including the families in this too. And let's be honest, it's not that expensive, and gingerbread houses or log cabins are oh so tasty. Number 2 is from Robin Bird, and they're not just doing virtual party, they are carrying it on for a couple of weeks. So twice a week, Robin's boss is sending out trivia questions by email, and the first person who sends in the right answer gets their name put into draw for prizes. They're also celebrating by creating a holiday slide deck featuring photos of the staff and how they're celebrating the holidays with their families and their pets. And one of the holiday party ideas, which is being held virtually, is a scavenger party where they can find things around their own house. I love that idea. Find a spatula. Where's the spatula? That kind of stuff. Jackie Lieb from Chicago, Illinois brings us our third idea. Now, Jackie works at a school that is moving to e-learning right now for the students. So each day for 10 days, Jackie sends out an email with something for them to do. Examples are things like asking the kids to send in the photos of the cookies that they made. They sent them kits home with them, so send in the pictures. Creating a jib jab video or their ugly sweater. And it's a great idea to keep the kids engaged. And let's be honest, we're all kids just in older bodies. And it's celebrating getting together. Now, what she also did is an idea that I absolutely loved, is she created an advent calendar for the students. And every day in the advent calendar is a great little video from the previous school year. And so I want to do that for my grandson next year. I was thinking that I'd send him an advent calendar of pictures of me holding him as he was growing up, or little videos. So I'm hoping that I can get enough of them for 24 days of Advent for next year. Number 4 is celebrating the holidays and being inclusive of all religions. So Michelle Morford is from Seattle, Washington, and they have some very strict guidelines, and they're not allowed to be in the office. They're not allowed to have food, and they only have $15 per person budget, not very much. So what they're doing is a week of virtual activities with gifts. So there's gift card for prizes. So everyone's going to win at least a $5 card. Hey, people just want to win. It doesn't have to be that much, right? And there will be some bigger winners as well. They're doing an ugly mask contest, which is similar to ugly sweaters. They're playing progressive email. They're posting kids' photos of people saying, guess who is that? And if you didn't have a budget, you could still do that, because we really don't need prizes, right? We just want to win. So you could still enjoy that. Chris Ann Risser of Ottawa, Ontario, is giving the money that they would normally spend on holiday celebrations this year to the food bank. So the team is still getting together for a virtual holiday party via Zoom, and they're having some games and prizes, but the money is going to the food bank. Kalinda Maxwell of Kentville, Ontario, has our 6th tip for the list. Now, Kalinda works in food services, so they're still able to be all together, and she has 10 staff members. So she plans on one day when the restaurant is closed, they're going to order pizza, they're going to have cupcakes, and they're going to have gifts. So they'll celebrate in a closed area. They will still be masked, but they all are coworkers that work together. The tables in the restaurant are already socially distant. And instead of, that standard steal the gifts game that people play, Kalinda is buying each staff member the same thing, and each table will have a bag with a gift on it, and everybody gets their own table and own gift. So it's simple, but still fun and still acknowledges the holidays. Leslie Hartwell, who is from Rapid City, South Dakota. She's a regular contributor to our list. So thanks again, Leslie. Brings us our number 7 holiday tip this week. And what she's doing is they're able to send holiday boxes to the entire team, and that's over 200 people. So that's a lot. So the boxes each have a grizzly mug. They have a Norwex cloth, which are really good, and a microfiber eyeglass cloth. And they've all got company logos on them, so they're company expenses. And they're doing a recipe share and creating cards and sending them to the local VA home. So she says that her team is zoomed out, so they're not getting together virtually this year, but they're still having holiday celebrations from where everyone is. Gracie Guzman from Kansas City, Kansas isn't zoomed out yet, and they're having lunch delivered to everyone in their organization. So the plan is for everyone to sign up for a lunchroom session, and then they can just gather and chat with people while they're all having lunch at the same time. That's pretty nice, right? Number 9 is from Michelle Zaheko, and I'm sure I said that wrong, Michelle, and I apologize, from Regina, Saskatchewan. So they're doing the traditional annual luncheon, only this year it's going to be catered in individual box lunches instead of the standard potluck. Now we know potluck meals are the best, and there's always lots of options. So this year everybody's just getting their own box list, but they're still going to continue the annual luncheon tradition. And our final one is from Gail Jesso Johnson, who lives in St. John's, Newfoundland. Now, Gail received a significant year-end bonus this year because of the upheaval with COVID. So kudos to their company for not only doing it, being able to afford to do that. So this year, they're having their annual staff lunch, but it's on site this year instead of out normally in a restaurant. Now, they all work in a tiny office, so they are in each other's bubble. Not to mention that in St. John's, Newfoundland, they've done very well with COVID, and there are very few cases. Oh, so they're actually allowed to go to a restaurant. Let me get that right. They're actually allowed to go to a restaurant this year, so double bonus. They get money and they get to go to a restaurant. Pretty nice. So however you and your company are celebrating or not celebrating the holidays this year, there are still things that you can do to brighten up the time that we spend at work over the season. Maybe you want to decorate your office, especially if it's home office, wear your little Santa hat. Maybe you want to wear your ugly sweater to work so that you can at least laugh at yourself. Maybe you choose to donate to the Salvation Army or the homeless or the food bank. There's many ways that we can celebrate the holidays. It's not just Christmas. There's a lot of holidays here. And I'm hoping that you can celebrate, at the very least, celebrate that 2020 is over. Have a great celebration, everyone.